Back into the action. Now it's the boss characters. Except for the other boss characters that aren't powered up. Truly said. What did she say? He's just DDD in Japanese, I guess. And with that, we'll do classic combination that I'm forcing myself to use in Road Trip to a questionable degree. But if it's not questionable, then what's the point? Someone still using Rocky. That's cool, I guess. Is that good? That's good. Somebody get sleep. And he got the lead. I got the wheel. Can't shake him. I think I got the win on that one, actually. It's pretty close. Yeah! Not as close as I thought, but still pretty close. Then will be our boy Marks. And, it's a bad idea. He's associated with it, so I figure I may as well give it some time in the spotlight. Don't expect it to go great, but we're on Celestial Valley. That is probably not good. If I can maintain speed, might be fine. But like, as we do that, things not useful in the air, which is a problem because this is a very aerial-based course, and it's very good for Winged Star and Jet Star, and this thing's heavy boy. Oh my god, that almost didn't reach. They had to have known. So, like, chances are that probably just kind of works that way because the developers made it work that way. Just gonna delay a bit longer and go. Fly in the air a bit. Be a bit too much. I'm not getting first at this rate. Ah, oh, jeez, I might even get second. Yeah, alright. I did decent for what I was given, but this is not a Celestial Valley machine. That's funny, the guy in first is named Ian. That's real funny. And he was also DDD. What does that mean? No. And he's associated with Turbostar for some reason. This could be good. I think this is a decent place for Turbostar. I mean, Turbostar is honestly just a decent machine all around. And you can work around its turning, which I apparently can. So it's having a harder time turning than I would like. Not the way I expected it to. Can it fly well enough to get to the island in the middle? We'll never know. Would have been information I'd like to know prematurely, but I'm not gonna get that. Darn it, I wanted the fire, and I missed it because I'm the best. There we go, got it! I'll take this one. Yes, I can. Let's get a good landing. Smash a few enemies. Just make it. I think I wanted the fire again, but missed my opportunity. I don't know if this shows how much Sparkstar was nerfed or how much Turbostar is buffed. If Turbostar even got buffed at all, I mean, specifically. When do I use this? Now. No, that's not good. Smoked. Nobody can beat me with that. Swervestar was second, but like, it's a 2-second difference. Been considering. Oh, let's pick a different costume. I'll pick the dark blue. And I'll stick with Turbostar, because I actually think Turbostar is decent in this game. Maybe I should retry it in the original Air Ride? But, man, it's good in this. At least that's how I feel about it. And therefore, it must be true. Fantasy Meadows? Why is somebody playing Susie? If they don't get last, why is somebody playing as Waddle Doo? If they don't get last, I'll be shocked. Oh, if they, like, if those guys can and get 4th place or above, I will be surprised. Because they don't have the attack or the speed boost. Also, I'm like kind of thinking that this is not Fantasy Meadows, and that it's, my mind is thinking that it's the new course, but it's not. It's Fantasy Meadows, so I have to kind of get that I'm not getting first. Darn. I don't think they're correct. I think they just played who they wanted to play, and yep, they got 5th and 6th. Not that you're not allowed to play as who you want, you're allowed to play as who you want. I just think in an event where characters are specifically being powered up, you might want to reconsider. And I don't know, maybe you have something to prove. Maybe you want to prove that you can't just win on handicaps. A skilled player can beat any assisted player. Anyway, I gotta see what machines the other people have. I should play as Susie next. No, I'm not playing as Susie next race. It's a bad idea. Anyway, oh, there is a Formula Star user, isn't there? Ah, jeez. That makes things complicated. I'm actually not doing so hot. But this is just the beginning. Anything can happen. Especially once you get inside. That's where things really start to heat up. I'm also in 2nd place now, so it's okay. We're gonna bottleneck, so like things almost don't matter. Anyway, here we go. Can't really make good use of this. I feel like the guy who's ahead is the Swerve Star user, or sorry, the Formula Star user. Right into a Swerve Star user here. It's getting tight. When do I use this? I don't have a lot of time to think, so I gotta do it now. I'm in 2nd. Who's in 1st? Probably the Formula Star user. Honestly, I'm inclined to say he just got lucky with the course, but I've done Formula Star on this and I didn't win. So no, we gotta play as Monochrome now. Looks like I played as Monochrome Marks. See, it's funny because it's alliterative. This could be decent. Kind of thinking about it right now. I'm not sure how useful Mark's special is. I should really look into that more. I didn't really feel like it was able to do much, although that could also just be when, specifically in the course, I was able to use it, which was the end. I feel like if I were playing as Magolor, no, it was correct, what am I saying? If I was playing as Magolor on that race, I probably would have done better, because one of Magolor's main gimmicks is that he can, he uses Star Trails better than other characters. He gets a better benefit from it. So if I trail behind someone, I'll get a better speed boost than if I were Marks, or, you know, anyone else. So, like, maybe I could have done better if I had played as Magolor there, but I didn't know what I'd be getting myself into. Not really much I can do. Missed a shortcut. This might be a bad idea, but also it doesn't work in the air. It's kind of a problem. I kind of get why it works that way, but it's still a detriment. No, come on! Getting the shortcut again. Maybe I just got lucky in the one Magor race I actually won at. Either Turbostar or Magor is not the only one I was cracked up to be. It's just a fluke, I guess. Alright. I'm not playing as Susie, by the way. Don't even ask. Let's finally finish the super hard road trip. Yes. We'll continue to use this unless I can. Oh, I'm forced into this one. Hey, look, it's Magor. Okay, this is a race. I think I can do that fine. Should be fine. Oh, and we have Jermaine. No, I wanted that. Yes. There we go. There's Magor. Is that it? Nope, nope, there's more. There's more. No, I wanted that! Darn it! He is swerving around like a weirdo. Alright, I didn't get it, but shouldn't matter. Okay, so what's our second battle? Defeat rival, I guess. Okay. Any? No, I wanted that. Darn it! He's taking everything. Stop stealing everything. That slobbering tongue away from everything. Where is he at? Fight me! Stop being a coward. Oh my god. Where is he? My guy! Fight me! Fight me! Coward? Alright, I guess I'll pick a different event next time. Because he just kept running away. He didn't want to take me head on. Now I have to do this again. Every single time. But hey, I'm getting charge and health out of it. Well, for this one.
3、2、1、スタート。
Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Come on! Darn it, he keeps destroying them all. Darn it! It's not hard, but stuff's going on. Alright, so I'll do what? A timed race? Some sort of race. It's a bad idea. Short answer is yes, but like, how bad of an idea is it? That's the real question.
3、2、1、スタート。プラズマ。
How'd that miss? No, God, no. UFO, UFO, what the heck? UFO. No! God, no, stop! Where's he at? He's behind me? Oh, he's dead.
お見事。
How did I get ahead of him? He's supposed to like boost ahead of you if you ever get ahead of him. That's the whole point, because how are you supposed to fight someone who's behind you? You don't. I don't know what I'm getting into next, so I'll do that. Sure, I'll commit murder. That's what I do best. Yeah, these are all my enemies. All these enemies here. How am I supposed to... Well, I guess I should be sucking up the cabbies and firing them. But like, I got the flame wings. I think this was a mistake. Like... Come on, get over here. Like, I think the stars would have been better damage. Oh my god. Where is everyone? I'm one short. It's because I shot myself in the foot by picking flame wings, because I was just supposed to know that was a bad idea. Like, that didn't help me, that actively hurt me. Because the idea was that I was supposed to inhale the cappies and fire them as projectiles. But I thought, oh, flame wings, that'll be decent. I just run into people and spin and it'll be fine. And then it wasn't fine. I didn't even, well, say I didn't know I was getting to combat is silly. Of course I knew I was getting to combat. I literally picked the defeat them all mission. If I didn't know the combat mission, stop firing at me like that. Be like that. Get over here. So what's next? Well, Deroche. I'll do the timed race just because it's different. Wish I had checked what the other events are for the third one.
3、2、1、スタート
Ah, no, the wheel would have been good. Those items. Okay, come on. They're just giving me wheel all the time. I'm not beating him. It just wasn't enough. Fine, I guess I'll kill Deroche. Darn it. I want a little variety in my spice of life thing, but all I do is just the same stuff. That's why I don't like super hard. Granted, I'm technically being stubborn by, like, picking the same machine and all of that. I'm not picking the most optimal choices, but, like, maybe I don't want to do the most optimal thing. Maybe I just want to have a little fun. And super hard does have validity. I'm not gonna say that it's bad. But man, I don't think I'm gonna play like super hard with any degree of frequency. I think I'm just gonna stick to hard after this. Because it just gotta be so optimal-ish that you can't do experimentation, I feel like. Check in. I just want to experiment a little bit. It's all about just being the best that ever was. Maybe if I actually cared to be more strategic, I would be more content with this. But right now, I'm doing a silly little thing where I'm always... Well, you can't change your character. But, really? Alright, man. Come on, give me an... Okay, that's not about that tip. Is this one worse than before? Well, yes it is, because I had him dead last time. What the? Oh, well, he stole my ability. Of course he did, because it's Deroche. You can get over here? Please get in front of me so I can punch you. Get down here so I can punch you. Fight me! The fact that I'm faster than him is really irritating. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Come on! Even when I'm doing an event that I've beaten, I still can't win. Here we go again. Not allowed to make any mistakes. If I make one mistake, I just pay for it all and get sent back to the beginning. This is why people make save states in their old video games. Because they're tired of repeating all the old stuff that they already know that they can do, just so they can get another attempt at the hard stuff. There is tension! Oh, Christ, man. Being sent back without, like, a checkpoint after every thing does add some tension, and I can appreciate that. Especially, like say, with, like, modern 2D Metroid. Like, In Samus Returns and Metroid Dread, when you die, you get sent, like, to the last room you were in. You don't get sent all the way back to the save room. You get sent back to, like, right before you entered the room. And, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But it does relieve a sense of tension. I feel like if they did that with, like, Metroid Fusion or something, like, I would not like Metroid Fusion as much. Because, like, one of the most tense segments of Metroid Fusion is like during the halfway point, roughly, when the power goes out and you have to go to the, I'll call it the reactor, but that's not quite what it is. I guess that's basically what it is. The reactor. Before you go, you know what? I'm gonna do Rail Panic. That'll probably be easier. After you, what is even the boss there? Or is it? Is it the spider? No, yeah, it is the spider. It is Gato / Yakuza. So, like, the segment that comes after that, where you have to go to through Sector 2 again. That whole thing, and just going to Sector 2, that whole thing would lose tension if you got sent back to the last room. If you die. It would just lose tension. There would be no intensity. There would be no, if I die, I get sent back all the way back to my save point. But sometimes, like, losing progress because you failed is just frustrating. It's not tense, it's just annoying. And I think for this, it's kind of just in the annoying bit. Oh, this is silly, isn't it? This is incredibly silly. That was very silly, but also hilarious. And I don't know, I think you gotta strike a right balance between, like, failure, forcing you to repeat what you've done in failure. You gotta strike a right balance between, like, tension and just not being annoying. Your actions need to have consequences, but it can't just be so utterly obnoxious that it becomes a slog. It's like, if it's a slog, what are you doing with your life? If you're not having fun, it's getting boring and obnoxious, then why play? Besides to prove yourself, which is what happens when you're a completionist. Like, you start doing stuff just out of, like, some sort of obligation, not necessarily because you like it, not because it's fun necessarily. Which, I mean, I don't even know what to do with that kind of situation. You just freaking deal with it. How are you supposed to balance a game like that? There are a lot of healing items. And a lot of defense items. Okay, so I gotta get the big buttons. That's important. I also gotta make sure that he doesn't, like, override all the buttons that I'm doing. off the thing. It's going on for a while. Has he overridden? He's overridden my big butt in the middle. Tied? No, 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 don't tie. There we go, got him. Finally, we got our halfway point. Now I don't have to slog through the first half again. Safe. I guess I'll pick turn. What do we got? Gourmet race, timed race, air glider. I guess I'll do a gourmet race against Marks, the biggest gourmet known to man. He is ravenous for food. He'll be your friend as long as you keep him fed. Oh yeah, he's a cheater too. Marks would do that, wouldn't he? Although, is Marks really a cheater? That's more Magor shtick. Magor. Oh god. How am I supposed to? Might have just lost already. Like, how am I supposed to? He's got so much more food than I do. Because he keeps on getting it first because he's got the frickin' magnet. He's got so much range. I'm sorry, he's cheating. What am I supposed to do about it? Oh my god, I might not do this one. I guess I'll have to do something else. Let's try timed race then. And if that doesn't work, I will do... I might just change vehicles. Oh no, the meteor item. Whatever will I do? I don't know, become big. I feel like I'm catching up. It's always good. Yes. Oh, that was so close. Just barely. Come on. What a bummer. That was close. I think I can do it if I try it again. Just gotta do these corners properly. Have to take advantage of the course. Also avoiding what will slow me down. Okay, I feel like I'm doing better this time. Like I'm all the... yeah, I'm ahead. Wow. Yeah, alright. Easy. Easy victory that time. Is there a gimmick? I'm gonna pick Dynablade because it seems like the safest bet. He says. Not like that. Okay, we gotta get more rockets. Or missiles. Did they even know it? Alright, let's get some more. Get on the top of this building. No, 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 no. Oh! And then she died, okay. I mean, I'll just take the offense. Now I do wonder, if I fail against Gigantes, will I be sent back to the halfway point? Or do I just have to redo the fight? This tourney race. Really? What was that? Alright. Gotta start over from the halfway point, which is better than not the halfway point. Not doing gourmet race. Alright. No, Mark's cheats. I want that wheel, that would have been good. That's fine. That's not really anything. Catching up though, that's not good. Alright, we got it though. Do Dynablade again because it was easy. Back up. Oh, they just keep spawning? Can I just camp? Oh, I can just spawn camp and also dead already. That was even easier than last time. Unfortunately, that doesn't matter if I fail this boss, which is a tourney race on Top Ride. So, I guess I'm going speed. Just gotta get my bearings now. This is a stupid tourney race. I feel so sluggish. Why do I feel so slow? I did worse that time. I think for the sake of it, I will pick a different machine. Which, well, I guess I'll pick Turbo Star. Just so that I can overcome this obstacle, because this is kind of ridiculous. Just a bit. It's also at like the 3/4 point, and I know I can just change my machine after that. So if I want wheelie, Like, I can do that. It'll be fine. Okay, we're catching up. But are we catching up good enough? Yes. Okay, we caught up good enough. Then we'll fight Dynablade again. I could theoretically try the other ones. They'll probably just be rockets again. But like, I need my consistency. Is that not enough? Better be enough now. Okay. Boost, I guess. Nothing else I can do. I could also buy an item if I, like, am desperate. What? Already? But I just started! I just started! What do you mean, no? They didn't even give me a chance! How did I do worse? Like, how was that worse? I just feel cheated, really. I don't know what to pick at this rate. Like, no Turbo Stars, they're giving me missile, okay. Funny guy, aren't you? Maybe. No, it doesn't make this faster. It literally cannot make this faster. This is a timed race. It is impossible for this to go faster because it has to go for a specific time. No, don't lose! Okay. Almost lost there, because guess what? This thing does not have good control. It's got speed. And that's basically what I'm relying on. I really did not want to be walled off. Just from this one event that I have to do. I don't have alternatives. I'm stuck doing it. It is a boss. There is nothing else I can do to get around it. It's not possible. I have to take this head on. That's like the only reasonable thing I can think of. Nothing else matters. But I might also want... Like, I don't know, do I take Wheelie Scooter at this rate for, like, the better control? Maybe that's what I need, is control? I just feel so sluggish. I was one off, come on! Man! Why is the feeling of movement in this so inconsistent? Like, I should be feeling fast. But like, and like sometimes I do feel fast, but then it just like slows down to a crawl and I don't get it.
3、2、1、スタート
Yeah, why progress would just slow down so hard? Anyway, maybe this is the right choice, maybe it's not. Who knows? I don't, but we're gonna find out. Perhaps. Get to the rockets, to the missiles. No, stay up on the tower. Get down. Stop moving so much. Stop moving so much. This would be easier. But I guess it just has so much boost that I just keep moving forward. Please, please, for the love of God, just let me win this one. I don't like them being roadblocks, so... Is this a bad idea? I don't know. Is this a bad idea? Because like, if I lose it immediately because I pick up an item in happenstance, then like, screw me, I guess.
3、2、1、スタート
Why is it slowed down so much at that segment? Alright. That was much better. In fact, maybe I didn't even need to change my machine. Maybe it was literally just my strategy, which... I mean, Steel Ball didn't always appear there, so like... I don't know, man. I had to rely on it showing up. Give me my boy back. Okay, what can I manage? I'm gonna do a drag race because that seems the most manageable. He says as he's fighting somebody on Formula Star. Maybe I shot myself in the foot right there. Oh no, don't do that. But I can just... Crap. No, I'm right there. No, it's fine. That was easy. As I expected. It was fantastically easy. Fantastique facile. Or whatever. I attempted sounding cool and not being cool at all. I'm just gonna race. I feel like that's easier than murdering people. Man, remember when I wanted to murder people and then... I don't just not murder people. No, don't do that. That's cheating. Cheetor. Of course, I can always... I can earn... Oh my god, please. Oh my god, are you kidding? Oh my god, come on! I thought this was gonna be easy! Back to the halfway checkpoint, back to doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like, I can do this. I know I can do it. So just give me a pass. Stop making me do the same stuff over and over again. This is what people don't like. But this is what I chose to do because I'm a smart person. And as I've already mentioned before, there is point to a game mode like this. I'm just a little bitter right now. So like if I'm sound like I'm being like a weird hypocrite or something. Or like take it from me, I'm just a little butthurt. I'm just a little upset. I'm emotional. Humans are emotional creatures. And sometimes we can't think rationally. Oh man, this is frustrating. I don't think like changing my... Would changing my vehicle matter? What was the thing that I lost on? A race. I could also just pick a different competition. And now I have to like actually check what are those alternatives. What are my alternative tasks I can do? Because honestly, that's what I'm going to end up doing. I guess murder. That's what the alternative is. Murder. I guess I'll do murder. Also, if there's no steel ball, I might be screwed. There is, however, steel ball, and because I'm going to be committing murder, may as well grab that. Hopefully Journey's End will not take super long. Ah, why is that curve so slow? It's so obnoxious. Why is that curve in the water just slow? It just takes all the speed that you had and just gets rid of it. It's so bad. I don't know why it feels like that, because I don't remember it ever feeling like that outside of this. But it just feels like that. It just kills all your momentum, and there's nothing you can do about it. Except for when you can. Drag race, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to experiment. I'm not going to do other events to break up the monotony, because then when I do that, I shoot myself in the foot, because I'm getting myself into uncharted territory. Doing something I'm not familiar with. It's going to be the end of days. Oh shoot, I'm missing all of these. Not that it mattered. Just play to your strengths. Just do what you know you can, and it'll be fine. Except when it isn't. This is the last roadblock before Gigantes. So what do I want to do? I don't even know what the middle one is. Let's see what this is. It's defeat Meta Knight. It's murder. Is it gonna be easy to commit murder? Can I... Wait. Oh. Oh, I thought we were gonna be doing this on Magma Flows. How are you gonna do that? There's no, like, super broken abilities here. That's the problem. No, there's no super powerful. It's not enough! It wasn't enough! What am I supposed to do? Oh my god, come on! It's never enough! I could change to Shadow Star if I really feel like it. But actually, you know what? I will! You know what? Fine, I will. Because, like, when you fight Hyper Gigantes, you don't even get your machine anyway. You don't get Wheelie Bike. There's no point. I may as well just pick the Shadow Star. May as well. See, it's called being smart, which I am not, apparently. Except I am. I mean, he's incompetent, man. Like, I'm just so fixated on the idea of King Dedede on a bike. Is he really a king? That, like, the main goal is secondary to that sometimes. The main goal is secondary to me being King Dedede riding on a wheelie bike. But I will get a Shadow Star if it means I can kill people. More easily. No, no, no. Don't make this complicated. Alright. Metablade done for the umpteenth time. Have I reached the achievement for, like, getting 27 in every stat? Probably. Yep, that would have been reached. Steel Ball is, like, a must. As we've established, you basically need it for this. Well, in the situation that I'm in, I need it. It's just so tight. Like, borderline unnecessarily tight. And then we slow down a lot. And it doesn't matter. Then nothing else matters. Going full on nihilism. Nothing matters. Linkin Park, nothing even matters. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I'll pick Wade, I guess. Alright. Change machine to Shadow Star. Let's get this over with. What is this one? I'll ride the drag race. Which might have inadvertently become more difficult. Because I'm no longer using the wheelie bike, which it's faster. I always think I can fly with this. And miss the mark entirely. Oh my god, that was much closer than last time. But it was doable. And there's definitely room for me to improve if I have to employ this strategy again. Anyway, let's try to kill Meta Knight again. Defeating them all might be easier. I just don't know. I don't know. That's the problem. Also, there is a a real chance that I might actually just die because I'm fragile. Or he can give me fire and I can just... I can just win like that. Screw you. I'm the boss around here. Not you. Me. We haven't seen a cutscene this whole time. Until now. Blah! Now it's me and other me. Taking Hydra this time. Boyo.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's murdering time. Two down. 3. Goofies. Ow!
ゼット
4. Ooh, I just know what you're doing. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Come on. It's the last one. Before the eye. Or core, whatever you want to call it. It's in the front. What are you gonna do? You gonna fight me? You gonna try to run me over? Can't do that. Ow. Tis but a scratch. I do wish I could do the race against War Deity again for super hard, but I'd have to do this not in New Game Plus, and that's gonna be a whole other playthrough that I don't want to do in the moment. So we'll just have to deal with not doing that. It's sad, I know, because it's a pretty climactic ending. But it go take Journey's End. Anyway, it's a lion. Ah! Yes, please save this data. Finally, we get to go to Journey's End. Also, apparently, yeah, you can skip this. I heard about this. You can just skip this entirely. Here we are, back to Journey's End at long last. No decisions to be made, just fight, fight, fight. So much speed. I'll try not to get beaten super badly. Gonna be a bit more conscious of my actions. Ow, jeez. Okay, I'm free. Go now. Got him. It would be neat to use the High Dragoon, as people call it. But, I'll live. Unless we get blasted by a giant laser. Hopefully won't happen this time. Really the only thing I need to be worried. Well, let's not be not completely like eat my words. We're back. Come on, Kevin. Alright. Phase 3, let's go. No, get out of the way. Oh, got him. Yeah, those are apparently part of his model. Whether that's actually a part of him truly, or if it's just for the sake of making the boss fight work visually as intended is... And it's probably the latter. It's not like it shows up in his artwork or anything. It'd be really weird. Maybe not the weirdest thing. I'm sure there's weirder stuff. Just keep that damage. Oh, jeez, that I forgot he charges at you. Any healing? This nice orange juice I found here. I know. Fight me. He's almost dead. There he is. Just one more, and then it's Nova time. Speaking of, how do you feel about Nova's current design? Or most recent design? I like the realistic part of it, which is what Sakurai was doing. But I'm not... I also kind of like how the older design had this, like... I don't know if mystical is the right word, but like... He's just so strange. I mean, he has a globe of the earth. Like, why? We don't question it, though. It's like, yep, he just does. And he just has piano keys and... a weather vein. It just has all this wacky stuff on it. And it's neat. But I feel like it just kind of got homogenized. Everything is just like this purple and gold kind of thing. And it's a neat look. And it definitely is kind of like more cohesive. Because, like, again, like, why the heck does he have all this other stuff? But it's like, because that makes him cool. Can I get unfrozen, please? Man, I was mashing for a while there. What the heck? Marks? Taking steroids? I don't think that's illegal. Also, man, how big is my health bar that like, watch out for the giant laser. That just, like, gives me so much health back. Alright, Marks is down. No deaths during the entire boss rush. Which leaves just one left. Okay, just missing a few more columns. Okay, just missing a single purple column. Easy. But now, here's where the real battle begins. Jeez. But I'm more practiced on this fight than I was before. Ow! Okay, that is not good, though. He keeps doing that attack, I might have some serious issues. Oh no, not the green lasers. No, not the green lasers. Why'd you do that, Nova? I hope I can do this without dying. Famous last words. they were in fact famous because I didn't die. That was the last hit. I have proven that I have earned my cat driving license back. They also just gave me 4 glide for no reason. Today's savior is King Dedede. Not that Kerba guy. Nope, not that big buff ball. Meet the king. King Dedede. That's the name you should know. The end. Do I have to press? No, I don't have to press button. They have to reveal what screwed up Nova in this game. They have to. Sakurai specifically mentioned it in an interview. It would be like sacrilege to just say, oh, somebody else was pulling the strings, but then not say who. But at the same time, the person who's pulling the strings has to be like it has to be a good aha moment. They can't just make up a new character for it, because then it just feels like it feels lazy. It's like, you say somebody else was pulling the strings, that invites the community to guess. But if the guess is literally impossible, because the character hasn't existed until then and has had no implications of existence, that's just BS. But as for a pre-existing character, like, sure, there's plenty of options. But which options make the most sense? And we've talked about this before, and it seems that most people gravitate toward Nightmare because he's connected to the Fountain of Dreams, and the Fountain of Dreams is connected to Nova's wish granting. So it just makes sense. The thing is, Nightmare isn't really treated as a big deal in this game. He's just treated as a boss, just like Marks and Zero Two and Robo Dedede. He's not special. So it's weird. Also, I don't really know if this technically invalidates the idea that there is a new made-up character that was pulling the strings. And Sakurai, I believe in the interview, also said that Noir Dedede was the only new character in this game. And so, taking that at face value, I feel like that would imply that there is no new character pulling the strings. But that being said, you can also take that with a grain of salt or leniency. It's like, oh, the character is not in the game, but the character does exist in some capacity, and therefore Sakurai is not lying or something. Man, people thought Sakurai was lying when he said that Nova is a neutral entity and that somebody else was pulling the strings. It's like, man, what are you doing? Can you shut up? That's my thoughts. Anyway, even if we don't know who it is, I have to wonder, when will Sakurai mention it? Because, like, the interview where Sakurai mentioned that interview is over. There have been, like, 2 main interviews with Sakurai regarding this game, and I don't know of a third one yet, because, like, why would there be a third one yet? Maybe, like, after, like, all the events are done, because, like, Sakurai said that this game is going to be supported for, like, a year. I'm hoping the events cycle. If they don't cycle, I'm going to be upset. But, like, maybe after all the events have cycled and all that, once all the balance changes have happened, there'll be a final interview, and he'll finally tell us what it is. Who it is. I don't think it's leading to another game, though. Well, theoretically, it could. But I just don't see it happening because I don't think Sakurai is going to make another Kirby game right after this. Especially since he's notable for saying that he does not like how people expect a sequel to a game to just happen. And even said that this is a standalone game, there's not going to be DLC, there's not going to be a sequel to this game. He wants to set expectations. It's like the one and done thing. We're not going to do all that other stuff. Don't get your expectations. And yeah, that's the other thing. Who's to say it would be Sakurai? It's possible that Kumazaki can follow up on this game. I don't really know why they would do that, because this is a spin-off game. Like, the implications are that it would connect to a main series game, but why would it do that? Like, Kirby games have a degree of continuity, but not that kind of continuity. And yeah, that's the thing about Kumazaki. So, Kumazaki and/or HAL Laboratory is right here on the credits right there as supervisors. They supervised this game, but I don't think they did much else besides that. So with that being said, it is theoretically possible that Kumazaki could make a Kirby game that connects to this whole untied string, whatever you want to call it. What do you call a story that has unresolved problems? So like, yeah, Kumazaki could do that. What would that be? Would that just be a main series Kirby game? Would Kumazaki have his own go at a Kirby Air Ride? I don't know how I'd feel about Kumazaki directing a modern Kirby Air Ride. Is that bad? I love how I'm level 383. 100 levels higher than my normal playthrough. It's so dumb. Wait, I can play this? What? See, I wish I could like continue on like any of my other files, but I can't. Anyway. Road Trip Super Hard's done. I will not be doing Road Trip Super Hard again. Not for an extended period of time anyway. Maybe I will do it again for quote-unquote funsies at a significantly later date. Don't bet on it. For what I'm doing in this game from here on out, it's still going to be the events, which happen like every 2 weeks. And then I'll be doing the road trip on hard, not super hard, with all the other characters, when I had time, of course. I don't know if each character will get like a full stream on their own, or if I have to split into parts like I did this. I'll probably split into parts because I'm not really sure how I feel about doing like 4-hour streams every single time. Might want to keep things on the shorter side of things. I don't know. Outside of Air Riders content that I feel obligated to stream. One, because I want to like, you know, content, man. Want to show off the content. Obviously, I still play this game like off stream, usually with friends, because I don't really have much of a point to play it by myself anymore. Besides research purposes, which I haven't been doing, and time attack, which I also haven't been doing. I do have ideas for other games that I want to stream besides this. I have like a handful of games. I have at least 3 games that aren't Air Riders that I'd like to stream later down the line. I get 4 games, but one of them is going to be like a one-time stream. Well, the other game might also be a one-time stream. Stuff! I have plans for other games to stream after this. besides this. And yeah, I don't know what Sakurai's doing after this. People keep on saying that there's rumors that Smash is in the works. And I think that's just made up. I think that's just made up nonsense. Not that Smash, the next Smash can't happen, but I feel like people are just making up. Somebody is just stirring a rumor, and then people are taking it at face value and are assuming that a new Smash Bros. Game is coming and it's in development or something. Sakurai is done with Air Riders, so he can just do the new Smash game. Like, we don't need that. You talk about Sakurai and Smash later. Do something more original with your lives than like say, oh, Sakurai's done, he's back to Smash, right? Why don't freaking rest, man? Or let him do more Kirby stuff. Like, I'm not gonna say no to that. Is he gonna do more Kirby stuff? Probably not. But like, I don't know what else to say. Smash 6 is, yeah, almost certainly being thought about by Nintendo. Because why would it not be? I don't know if Smash will get a Switch 2 version. Not saying they can't. But, like, I can't really think of the Switch. I cannot shake the idea of the Switch 2 being a whole new console. Because I just see the Switch 2 as the equivalent of the new 3DS. That's all I see it as. It's the Switch equivalent of the new 3DS. I do not see it in the same way as a normal successor console like the Wii U to the Wii, and the Wii to the GameCube, and the GameCube to the 64, to the Super Nintendo, to the original Nintendo. Or the DS being a successor to the Game Boy Advance, to the Game Boy. I just can't. Like, they might market it that way. I don't know if they market it that way, but I just can't see it that way. I just see it as being the equivalent of the new 3DS, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it just... If it is essentially the new 3DS, then I don't see a purpose in having another Smash title on it. Besides a Smash title that is significantly different from the previous one, and it has to be. There's no point in having two Smash games that are basically the same, or one that's going to be make the other one obsolete. It's just not necessary. Switch OLED would pretty much be the 3DS XL, yeah, basically. And then Switch Lite is just the 2DS. That's just what it is. Man, I'm gonna be. Imagine Switch 2 Lite. That's gonna be something. It's gonna be silly. But like, I don't know, it could happen. Maybe. Could it? Maybe. I don't care. We're done. We're done here. I'm going to bed. And I'm happy we're done with the event and we're done with Road Trip. I'm hoping that we don't have too many more multi-day events. Because these last two events have had something that has changed each day. We had Top Ride Rotation before this, where the machines that you're allowed to drive change each day, and then there's this one where the Powered Up Riders change each day. I'm hoping this doesn't continue to be a trend, otherwise I'm going to be like obligated to make a stream every individual day, so that I can show the individual content for each individual day. Do I have to do it? No! But I feel inclined to, for, like, reasons. For archiving purposes. Maybe I'll show off Amiibo sometime, because I do have the Kirby Amiibo for this. Like a weirdo. And yeah, you're right, it has been 8 years since Ultimate, which is actually quite a drought in terms of like releases. Because like Melee and Brawl was probably the longest in terms of like years between entries before this. But like on the other hand, like Ultimate had an extended DLC lineup that went on for multiple years thereafter. The game came out in 2018, but when was the last DLC? When was Sora released? Like, was it 2023 or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm insane. But like Min Min was being done during COVID. So that's like Brawl was released in 2008, but its first trailer was in 2006, I believe. But Brawl was in 2008. Jesus, I was about to say like 2018, when I meant to say like 2008. It's like, no, I don't speak like that. I don't say that. Sora was 2021. Yeah, that sounds more logical after thinking about it. I don't know why I was saying 2023. It just seemed right to me for some reason. Either way, like, if we take the DLC into account, then it's only been 5 years instead of 8 years. But I mean, do what you want, I guess. I mean, it's not like we have a Switch 2 Mario Party. We have 3 Mario Party games on Switch in Superstars, and Jamboree. We don't have a Switch 2 Mario Party. Although we do have a Switch 2 edition of Jamboree. But that's like a little bit. That's not that much. And yeah, there were only 4 to 5 years between Smash 4 and Ultimate, which is surprisingly tight. But then again, like, how many years were there between the original Smash Bros. And Melee? Melee's development time was 13 months. Anyway, enough discussion. It's cool. We can talk about Sakurai later. We can talk about him never. But I'm done. I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here.